Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm Skylar.
During quarantine, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
It didn't take long for us to become completely obsessed with the show.
But one of the things we love the most are the brilliant end credit sequences.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we're going episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credits.
We're excited to have you join us on the very first Credit Score spinoff, Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due. Let's Chiparoo now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. Let's Chiparoo now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound.
I love that song so much.
I like it with my version too.
Oh, okay. Are you looking for affirmation?
Yes, I always am. Every Chiparoo, I'm looking for affirmation.
I think that was wonderful. Thank you.
I think you have grown to love the Chiparoos after all this time.
I just like you serenading me. All right.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm
talking
hungry.
to you. You're always hungry. Everyone knows by now that I do not feed Skylar until she's recorded with me.
Fantastic takeout in the fridge, and it's like speaking to me like food speaks to Bob.
It's calling to you from the fridge. How does...
No, you're so good at it. You do it.
I love you, Skylar. Come eat me. Anyway, here we are doing another episode of Bob's Credits, going through another end credit sequence from Bob's Burgers.
Yep.
Are you ready to play Bob Pun or Max Pun?
Let's do it.
Okay. Your first pun is...
I love talking about food when I'm starving.
I know.
It's great.
It's a good thing these are all burgers.
Yum.
Your first pun is the tzatziki blinders burger. Comes with tzatziki.
Okay, this is a little hard. I'm going to say Max.
Yes, it is Max.
Okay, I thought you were trying to trick me because it's so Max that I thought maybe it could be Bob.
Because I watched Peaky Blinders while you're sleeping?
Yep.
In the past?
Yep.
Your next pun is Strawberry Field Greens Forever Burger. Comes with strawberries and field greens.
Max.
Yes. How did you know that?
I'm just good. What can I say?
Okay. Your next pun is Clear Eyes, Full Artichoke Hearts, Can't Lose Burger.
I love it. Max.
Yes.
That is so... Thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Can you say it again?
Yeah. Clear Eyes, Full Artichoke Hearts, Can't Lose.
Should we rewatch that whole series? Sidebar.
Friday Night Lights?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, anytime. I think I've watched it twice already.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that show.
I do too.
One of the best opening credit sequences of all time. And your final pun is When Harry Met Salami Burger. When Harry Met Salami Burger.
I got it. I'm just thinking. Max.
Nope. Bob.
Damn it.
You were so close. You almost went 4 for 4, but you went 3 and 1 again.
Damn it. I feel like that needs to be like a sandwich, not a burger.
Yeah, a lot of times some of the stuff doesn't work, but that's Bob's for you.
Yeah.
Skylar, can we have the title and synopsis for Season 3, Episode 18, please?
Absolutely. It snakes a village. The Belcher kids are very excited to visit their grandparents in Florida because the retirement community has a glorious pool. But when they find out the pool is closed for maintenance, they decide to help a resident find her dog who's been eaten by a snake for a $100 reward. There's just one problem. Jean hates snakes. Where are their arms and legs? And oh yeah, it turns out the retirement community is actually a swingers community.
This episode came out on March 24th, 2013, and was written by Kit Boss and directed by Jennifer Coyle. How do you feel about the episode? I know how you feel about it. We've spoken about this episode a few times.
Yeah, this is not my favorite episode. I feel like I don't like it that much. I think there's some amazing one-liners. The kids are always brilliant. The writing's always brilliant. This just isn't an episode that's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a little wobbly saying that on here because sometimes the fans are intense and they love all episodes equally, and I can't lie.
I also we love Bob's Burgers, and I will take less than stellar Bob's Burgers is greater than most shows out there,
Exactly.
like best episodes. So
Exactly.
it's just hard. Our standards are so high because this show is so good that, yeah, when an episode doesn't like hit it for us, we just kind of like, yeah. And we
Yeah.
also, like we talk about, we don't like when they leave the restaurant that much. And this one's
Yeah.
all out of the restaurant.
It's really funny because we say this with The Office too, that sometimes the episodes aren't as strong when they leave the office, but then some of the most iconic episodes,
Dinner party.
dinner party, Pam and Jim's wedding, are when they leave the office. So I think it's a gamble, and
We'll have to point out when there are episodes where they do leave the restaurant, if there are any that we do really like.
I think next week, or no, we've already done the OT toilet.
Yeah, but there's
There,
restaurant stuff there. They're not like out. They don't leave town or anything.
there's an episode in the current season where they go to the airport, and I'm just like, no,
But
I
that
don't want to
also-
be at the airport.
Let's bring us to our next problem is we don't like Linda's parents that much, and that's the Linda's parents episode.
Yes, exactly. I mean, we're with Bob. We're Team Bob on this.
Let's get into some fun facts here.
Yeah.
Since we're bringing up Linda's parents, who Skylar and I are not fans of the characters. Their first appearance, this is their second appearance.
They're in the pilot.
Their first
correct?
appearance, they're in the second episode,
Okay.
which is Crawl Space. So
Yeah.
season 1, episode 2, Crawl Space, which is actually a funny episode where Bob gets
hides
locked.
in the
He
crawl
gets
space.
stuck in the crawl.
Stuck with air quotes.
Yeah, he says stuck, but he's just avoiding her parents. They weren't our favorite then. They're not our favorite in this one. They're not our favorite in the airport episode from season 11. But they're here for this. And one of the fun facts I have about Al, who's Linda's dad, is originally voiced by H. John Benjamin, who's Bob.
Oh,
But in this one, he's voiced by Sam, I think it's Cedar, who does the voice of Hugo, the
really?
health inspector.
Why do you think they made that switch? Just because his workload was probably too big?
Maybe, yeah. It's probably like such a simple like switch. You just
Yeah.
you're like an old guy, and it feels like in their first episode, he kind of just like grunts a lot, and in this one, he has more lines.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also related to Linda's parents is that there's a point at the end where Linda says that Al and Gloria haven't kissed in 20 years when they're kissing on the street. But in Crawl Space, they have a lot of like loud sex that the kids hear through the walls.
Well, maybe it's non-kissing sex.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Is it like prostitute sex?
What?
No, the prostitutes don't kiss on the mouth a lot of the times.
Oh,
Or, like, they don't, like, do, like,
I feel
mouth
like that's
kissing.
an outdate. Like,
We were just watching the Superstore pilot last
Yeah.
night, and they made a reference to like
Yeah.
prostitutes not kissing on the mouth. Is that outdated? Is that like not?
I mean, I do think that that's like a stereotype. Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
we support sex workers in this household.
we do. I just was so confused by that phrase. I thought there were sex workers in the bedroom with them. I'm like, how did they get these people in the bedroom? I did not know what you were saying.
I was thinking maybe they were having they have sex, but they don't kiss on
Yeah.
the mouth when they have sex.
or maybe they're
Kissing is more intimate, is what is basically like when it really
exactly.
comes down to it.
That's such a interesting point, though, because it actually doesn't fit the narrative. Like, we can make it fit, but this episode very much seems like they haven't like touched each other. That's really interesting.
Sticking with them, by the way, we find out that Al's kink is that he likes to have women inflate balloons, or he inflates the balloon.
No, they
women inflates
inflate.
the balloon and then sits on it, and it makes a popping noise.
Yep.
And he typed in "woman inflates balloon and sits on it and pops it.com"
Please
to like
tell
go
me
see
you
that.
didn't do that.
I didn't, but I read on the Bob's.
You know what? No
fandom.
judgment. If you can type whatever
I
you
did,
want.
I did before this, obviously. I didn't even know about it. It was just a coincidence that I did.
No shame.
So apparently that actually, when this episode came out, they actually had the website. Women inflates balloon and sits on it and popsit.com.
Amazing.
It's not there anymore. I checked. But this video that I'll play for you right now was what you got when you went on there.
You are kidding.
Please tell the folks at home what we are watching.
Hold on a second. Was this for the episode promo or for the season promo? It's really smart.
I think it was just like when the episode was going to be live, they wanted people to have something to go see if they actually decided to go see the website.
I love this.
And this was the video they got.
Okay. All right. He gives.
Okay. So what do we see there?
So we see Al standing in his little athleisure suit with a bunch of balloons in his hand a balloon to Gloria, and she has her protective headphones on, and she sits on the balloon.
Because her thing's that she's scared of loud noises.
Right.
So he didn't want to like tell her about his little fetish because
she spooks easily.
Yeah. So that was the solution. She sits on them, but she wears her headphones.
You know, it's truly a beautiful metaphor about marriage and compromise. Maybe we weren't looking deep enough into this episode.
You're right.
Oh, we're gonna
listen.
Like,
he's handing her a green balloon. It takes her a couple.
Very fart noisy.
Very fart noisy. I'll grab some screen grabs of this and post it on our socials. Bob's credits on Twitter and Instagram. Maybe I'll even just like post the video itself. Yeah, why not?
I think you should.
Yeah, so people can see it.
That's so amazing.
If you aren't following us on our socials, you're missing out on these little bonuses that we share throughout the week when these episodes come out. So do that. Some other fun facts for you about this episode, Skylar.
Mm-hmm.
This episode confirms that Bob's Burgers, the restaurant and where they live, is in New Jersey.
Yes. And I have to apologize. I think in one of our first episodes, I was like, I think like they're up north in California. Why is it snowing? And I just got it so wrong.
It does look like San Francisco a bit too.
Anyway, it definitely snows in New Jersey. So yeah. I'm sorry about that.
I guess at the beginning, before they drive, first of all, they're driving to Florida. So it's got to be, they're not driving across the country, I don't think.
No, they show the map in the episode.
Right. And in the episode, the map starts in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So that's that. Great. I think that's all the fun facts I have for you here.
Just because I was a little harsh on the episode, I do have to tell you my favorite part of the episode. First of all, you had a pool growing up. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I was crazy about pools. This is what I felt like when I got to go to like my grandma's or anyone who had a pool. This is the level of excitement I had. Did you feel that?
No, because like you said, I'm a spoiled brat.
You're not a spoiled brat.
Thank you for pointing out that I was a spoiled brat.
I am not pointing that out. You are such a lovely human.
I feel that way now because we don't have a pool now, and I would be thrilled to go to a pool.
Our friends just got a pool, and we're like, oh, yeah.
We'll be over there.
What's your alarm code?
I don't think they have an alarm around their pool. We can just get in the backyard.
Okay. I'm glad you're willing to work out a plan with me. But when they open the pool and there's no water in it and they're just like freaking out, there's tap. They're like, forget the tap. Let's just start spitting in it. I thought it was an amazing scene.
Yeah.
Phenomenal scene. That's what I mean. Like, maybe the episode isn't my favorite, but there's gold nuggets everywhere.
I think what I don't like about the episode for some reason is I don't like I wish the kids had a different storyline, even though this is like what the title is. And
yeah,
I don't like the kind of crazy neighbor who's missing her dog. I don't it seems like an off storyline for me.
Right. It feels like very apart from the world of Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Partly because they're in Florida. But I have a theory that I want to run past you.
Do it. This is the place for that.
So we all know what Tina does when she gets nervous. I'll let you put a clip in right here.
Ha, 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 ha.
Well done, Max. Good job.
I think this is a trait she got from her mom, and I think this is the episode that proves it.
Oh, you're right, 'cause she does do it.
Yeah, it's like a different version, but we all know that we swear we're not like our mothers, but we are like our mothers. And do you want to play the clip where we hear Linda doing the Tina?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Lynn, these people are swingers.
What, like dances?
No.
Like golfers?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah.
There it is. So like the wah 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 wah.
But her shoulders are moving the exact same way.
It's very Tina-esque, yeah.
I thought you were going to take me down. I didn't think you were going to agree with me there.
No, I think there's totally a little bit there. Should we get into the credits?
Let's do it.
Okay, so the last few moments of this episode, there's actually no dialogue because it's really just the dog Bitsy, who's been missing the whole time, has run back away from its crazy owner because she doesn't want to wear the clothes that it's putting her in, and it goes and joins. It loves the snake. It turns out. So that's really just
They snuggle.
yeah. So we got Bitsy running back through the jungle, kind of, and crawls into a log, and the snake's there on top of its torn up tutu, and the dog curls up on top of the snake. And we go right into the end credits. Just like last week, we're not in the kitchen.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
As long as they go back for the next one, I think I'm okay.
Three's your cutoff?
Yeah, that's it. It's too much. I can't be out of the kitchen that long. So we get this like boom, 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 boom kind of music, and Gene is dancing just kind of on a field, I guess.
Yep.
And so he's going to start singing his song here.
I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'm not afraid of sharks. I'm not afraid of cancer. I'm just afraid of snakes. They really creep me out. Where are their arms and legs?
What's happening while he's singing all of this stuff?
So it's like a slideshow of different types of snakes. And it kind of reminds me of if he were at school, like doing a presentation.
Yeah, he starts off dancing, and then as he mentions that
The
it's
background
snakes,
goes away.
yeah, we get all different kinds of snakes behind him, and he's just like saying like, look at these guys. There's no arms and legs.
On this one, like, where are their arms and legs? He kind of like throws his arms out in such a like preposterous way.
Yeah. So in the episode, he doesn't have the music with it. He's just kind of singing to himself,
in the
right?
tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like a full on.
Yeah, Louise and Tina are out trying to find the snake in the dark, and he stayed back in the tent. I don't know why, but the I'm not afraid of cancer kills me.
It's like
No pun
last week's
intended.
episode with throwing the asthma into the song too. Did Jimmy Pesto Jr. throwing the asthma into his love song for Tina? It's just so random. But yeah.
It's like everything else is a little childish, and then it goes so dark. He's like, I'm not afraid of cancer.
Yeah.
Maybe I think it's so funny because I'm terrified of cancer.
Well, most of us are.
Right.
So it's funny that he's not.
Yeah. He's like these armless and legless snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where I would rank between the 1 and 2 in my fear of cancer and snakes, to be honest. I am very scared of snakes.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's that thing, Fear Factor, whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
But
anything with snakes, I hate.
spider, like I
Spiders
could do
too.
snakes all day, every day.
You would put your, like, when they
I'd
do the thing
go
where,
Britney Spears.
when they say put your head like into like a glass thing, you go underneath and you put your head up and there's snakes in there,
Yeah.
you'd be okay with that?
It's not a choice. If you go, like, are you trying to win money? Like, in what scenario are these my choices?
That's what, well, Fear Factor, you're trying to win money.
Yeah, so snakes would be like marshmallows compared to spiders or cockroaches.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What about you?
I don't want any of them. Like, probably out of the 3 cockroaches, it's just snakes are like bite and spiders bite. I don't think cockroaches bite.
But can they legally, like, what if like a
No, I think legally they're not going to put like poisonous ones,
Right.
but things can
so
bite.
it's,
I don't know
it's
how it's
truly
like.
just a fear. Like, you
Yeah.
know you're going to be safe, right?
I don't know. I don't know how they ensure that something isn't going to bite you.
So
if it's a bite.
you're really vibing with Gene here. You get his fear.
Gene and I vibe all the time.
It's not okay. I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'm not afraid of sharks. I'm not
Okay,
afraid of
will you
cancer.
pause it right
I'm
there?
just afraid-
So when he says, it's not okay, the slideshow kind of goes away and it's just a close-up of his face holding up a finger. Like, I love his conviction in that. He says, it is not okay.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we start, the kind of like drums pick up, boom, boom, boom. And then we get background singers too that sing with him. And he starts going through another round.
And where the slideshow's gone and he's back on this grass
Yeah,
field.
he's doing his little bouncing move. And now he's got his hands out he's singing out as loud as he possibly can about the snakes.
Hands flung into the air above him.
Afraid of snakes. They really creep me out. Where are their arms and legs? It's not okay. Oh, Bitsy, baby, Bitsy, I'm gonna miss you.
Okay. So the last couple shots, there's more like there's a snake eating an egg and it says snake.
In big red fonts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a close-up of Jean's head with a bunch of snakes behind it.
Like almost
snake
like a
heads.
pattern.
Yeah. And then where it says where are their arms and legs? It's this picture of a lizard. And then its legs are like, arms and legs are chopped off right when he says that. So he's just like a body.
Yeah. I mean, the legs stay.
Yeah.
They just are separated and then they come back on. So I guess he's cool with lizards, is what he's saying.
Right. I'm with him. I don't think it's okay either.
I agree.
And then at the very end there, we get I guess that's the neighbor singing to Bitsy.
Oh, really? It
At the
sounded
end?
like Jean.
No, it's the neighbor, I think, singing the little song it plays for Bitsy.
Really?
Yeah.
What does it say? I couldn't hear it.
I'll play it again.
It's not okay. Oh, my Bitsy baby, Bitsy, I'm gonna miss you.
That
You think it's
sounds like
Jean?
Jean's
Maybe
voice.
it is. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Did Jean voice that character?
No.
Darn, it sounds like Jean to me, but I can like kind of see it as that woman.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest.
What are the words?
It sounds like, oh, my Bitsy baby, oh, I'm gonna miss you.
If it is Jean, I guess it's him being like, we're not looking for you, Bitsy. We'll miss you.
If you know if it's Jean or not, let us know, Just real quick, I know we were just going through the lyrics, but these are the full lyrics.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'm not afraid of sharks. I'm not afraid of cancer. I'm just afraid of snakes. They really freak me out. Where are their arms and legs? It's not okay. That's it. And those are the end credits to It Snakes a Village. And I just want to say, well, we'll get to this.
No, I want to hear.
Highlights, lowlights, Skylar?
No, I want to hear what you're going to say.
Well, I was going to jump to are these credits better than the episode itself? And my answer is yes for this one.
I'm with you. This is actually one of the credit sequences that is actually I think the best on the first watch.
Yeah.
Because I think it's funnier on the first watch than the second watch.
It's a good song.
It's a great song.
The highlight for me is the song. Like, it's just, the lyrics are so funny. And I love this, version in the credits that they do.
Yeah. It's so Gene, too. It wasn't quite as Gene when he's just in his sleeping bag singing this. I feel like this is what's going on in his head. It's this whole production, which I really like.
But last week's episode, I missed the family in the credits.
Well, it doesn't help that it's 2 episodes back to back like this.
Yeah, with just one character, pretty much. And I mean, even though technically last week was more than one character, we only saw Tina. Really.
Yeah. I'm having a really hard time scoring this one because I think when you watch it on your first take, it just hits you how brilliant this song is. So that's why it's a fantastic credit sequences. But overall, I do miss the kitchen.
Okay, well, let's get into scoring then. We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's I'm going to make you go first, even though you're having a hard time.
I'm going to give it an 8.5.
8.5, okay, because...
Well, going off last week, we gave it a 7.5, and I think the cancer line and the where are their arms and legs, it is so inside the brain of an 11-year-old.
And Gene specifically,
Gene's
for sure.
brain.
Yeah.
And his conviction is just, and passion is so fantastic, and the song is brilliant. So that's why I'm going that high.
I'm just going to go a little bit lower than you and give it an 8 H's.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, for same reasons pretty much, based on what we gave last week's, which I think was 7.5.
And I'm sure I've said this before in another episode. Part of something that makes the credits so phenomenal is when you fall in love with an episode and you get just a little bit more of the feeling the episode gave you. And I was just like, okay.
I love this song and I love the music they did. But as much as I don't like Al and Gloria, it might have been funny if the end credits were just that bubble video with no sound. And that's the whole time is just them doing that.
Silent and awkward.
Except for the pops.
Yeah.
It would have been funny. It would have made me laugh.
It would, yeah. I totally agree. But then again, how can you not give Gene center stage with this song?
Yeah, it's such a good song. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it would have been funny if...
Yeah.
But this was plenty funny too. Anyway, that's that. Those are the end credits to It Snakes a Village. Thank you everyone for listening. Please follow us on social media for all these bonuses we're talking about. Bob's credits all across the board. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Bob's Credits. Leave us a review wherever you listen to this. We'd love some more reviews. We really would. What else? Anything else that I've left out here?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say to everyone before we leave this thing?
I'm just going to say, stay Balloon Poppy.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I like how these have evolved. They're like my Chiparoos.
Yeah. I'm taking baby steps. You're taking big, soaring.
Pretty soon you're going to be singing to
leaps.
me.
Yeah. I do that nightly anyway.
We'll see you guys next week.